Hello everybody, I'm Walbeoffe, and in today's video I will be showing you how you can smell whiskey like you've never smelt it before, or any spirit in fact. So grab your favourite tipple off the shelf, buckle up, and let's get going. It's no surprise that fans of fragrance, perfume, anything olfactory are most likely also fans of whiskey or other delectable spirits. For example, I've got here Legic, which is a single malt made on the Isle of Mull in Tobermory. And I'm sure you can see there it's rich peat, smoke and spice. Doesn't that just sound incredible? Also here, a Glenmorangie 10-year-old, one of my personal favourite whiskies. It is gorgeous, sweet, vanilla-like. And if I read the note breakdown here, honey sweetness with a note of citrus, almonds and creamy vanilla. Creamy vanilla, almonds, citrus. Oh, could it get any better? Now these whiskies, they taste incredible, but with all tastes, a lot of it is in the smell. So how can you smell whiskey better? I have to firstly say that this is really thanks to my wife, this technique. She's the one that taught me it. She actually used to work in this distillery in Tobermory in the Isle of Mull, and you could not imagine my delight when I started dating her and she told me she used to work in a whiskey distillery. And you cannot imagine my disgruntlement when I realized she knew far more about whiskey than I ever did or could imagine. And this is the one thing that she taught me that's really stuck. Get you with it. Oh, I can already smell just. It is, I'm gonna say, 8:30 in the morning. I thought I would smash this video out before the day got going. So 8:30 in the morning, bit of whiskey. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Now, let's get in for this. So, little glass, dip your finger in, just get a couple drops on there, not much. Pop it onto the palm of your hand and give that a nice, good rub. The idea is we're getting rid of the alcohol here. So, a lot of the time when you nose whiskey, when you smell whiskey, you get a big punch of alcohol, and it can be quite difficult to separate the alcohol from the smell of the whiskey. So this just simplifies the whole procedure. It just cuts out the alcohol. And oh my God, it's just... Tobermory whiskey is an island whiskey. It's very peaty. It's very peaty, and with peaty whiskies comes quite a medicinal smell. If you think Lefroy, that kind of TCP smell, very strong, takes a bit of an acquired taste or a little bit longer in the journey of whiskey tasting. But the wood in there and the sweetness and a saltiness, because Tobermory it's a little port town. I'll drop a picture in here. It's very, very cute. I've got family that live there and try and go there yearly. So the saltiness picks up from the sea air. And you can smell it, and you can smell it so clearly. Oh, wow. Wow, that's delightful. I don't know if I've just got my hand over my face here, if you can see anything. Oh, right, let's try another one. So, Glenmorangie. Now the note breakdown on this, and just the taste of Glen. If you're new to whiskey drinking, or you haven't drunk much whiskey before, this is just such a good, friendly opener. It's sweet, it's honey-like, it's vanilla. It doesn't give you that really quite intense burn that a lot of whiskies do, that a lot of people look for in whiskey flavors. But yeah, just a really solid and great value because they produce a lot of this stuff. I've been to the distillery of Glenmorangie. It's a gorgeous distillery. All of the distilleries are gorgeous. They're just ancient, traditional, full of heritage, full of wonderment. Great places to visit. So again, Glenmorangie here. We get the little glass, we've put a bit of gorgeous golden nectar into it, a few drops, and we can give it a good rub. Now, I mean, just night and day, night and day. The peatiness and the earthiness is gone, and it's been replaced by a lightness and a sweetness, a kind of airy. I mean, it's still whiskey. We know it's still whiskey, of course. But the sweetness, the vanilla. Oh, this is better than perfume. I made a video of some autumn perfumes last week, and one of the choices I had on it was cedarwood and whiskey. And I mean, it's a gorgeous perfume, but it doesn't even come close to that. That's just, oh. It's so early in the morning. Why did I do this to myself? Or why are you just gonna kill me if I come out of here after having like 3 or 4 shots of whiskey? Oh, but on to the next one. I don't know what to do. I can't pour that back into the bottle, can I? That's just criminal. Now this one's going to be interesting. It is the gin, the Tobermory Gin. Now I've never actually done this with anything other than whiskey, so I'm really quite excited to do this. Now gin is just the whiskey spirit flavoured with juniper berries, but this is heather and rosehip. I probably should have read this before I pushed record. Well, here we go. Inspired by the grand and mountainous landscape of Mull. Our gin is distilled on the island with rowanberry, rosehip and heather, which adorns the land in purple during the summer months. Along with a splash of rich spirit from our whiskey stills, this gin, with its fragrant and sweet notes, truly is an artistic expression of our wild and naturally colourful home. Well, that sounds delightful, doesn't it? It sounds really delightful. And a nice squeaky top. Ooh, yes. That is gorgeous. Right, dip in the finger. We're gonna put it on the back of the hand. Let's give it a good rub. That'll get the alcohol away and... It's not as strong. It's not as effective. It's not as effective with this, definitely. You're not left with a huge, huge aroma. But actually, that is very nice, especially when you compare to nosing the glass, which is delightful. And then coming back to this, it separates that unmistakable gin smell disappears, and you're left with an aromatic bouquet of these heathers and berries, rowanberry and heather. No juniper berry, which I thought we were going to be abundant, or an abundance of smell of juniper berry, but unfortunately not. Right, so we have one more spirit that I'm going to try here. It is, oh Christ, how do you even say this? Horka. It's from the Czech Republic. It's from my wife's hometown, where they have a great tradition of making absinthe. And this company, Bairnsfather family distillery, make some fabulous absinthe, you know, proper traditional absinthe. It is the choice of Johnny Depp. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing in the current climate, considering his recent escapades, but nonetheless, it is a fabulous distillery. And this is, it's all written in Czech. I'm not going to be able to read that, but I wonder. It says it's got 30 herbs, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to translate any of those. But nonetheless, because it is such an incredibly aromatic spirit, this should work fabulously well for this technique. I don't know if you'll be able to get this, but I mean, this is what I'm saying. You can try this with any of your spirits, and you don't have to waste anything. You can pour it back in. It's a couple drops. So I'm gonna have to try somewhere new. So let's try here. It's ridiculous. Oh, it just reminds me of our hometown. And it reminds me of the mountains. She's got great skiing there. And we'd often have this in little hip flasks on the hills. And the skiing there's great, but it's -30. It's right middle of Europe. I mean, you couldn't get more inland if you tried. Which means the summers are beautiful and hot, but the winters are cold. Oh gosh. I thought it was a bit messy, this spirit, when I first tried it, just like too much. It's like they picked every single herb that they can find in the woods and just rammed it into a spirit. But like all things, it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of dedication to really get an understanding. It's not like the first time you try whiskey, you're like, oh yeah, that's the drink for me. No, first time you try whiskey, you think, God, how is this so popular? But after a while, after a little bit of time, after a little bit of research, after a little bit of sharing some happy memories with some friends, it all comes together. That's really, really good. Oh, but the power nosing it from the glass. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna get whiskey from now on, dry it off, get the alcohol out of it, and just start padding it down. What a boozy perfume. So I hope this video has been informative. On this channel we discover everything scent related. My name is Walbeoffe. Do give it a thumbs up, give it a share. What else can you do? You can subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I just showed my wife the first draft, the edit, and her first bit of feedback or comment was, it's Glenmorangie, not Glenmorangie. I'm a proud Scotsman. It's just embarrassing. I mean, she's from the Czech Republic. How does she know? Oh well. Right, see you in the next one.